Welcome to the session Java Programming. The session topic is importing packages. So, in the previous session, we have seen the types of packages, built in packages, and the user defined packages. The session learning objectives are to learn what a Java package is, to learn how to access Java packages, to understand the two ways of accessing the packages, and to learn how to import the packages. The session outcomes are students will know that what a package is and how to use the package and how to access the package and how to use the import statements. See, we'll see what a package is. Packages are Java's way of grouping a variety of classes and or interfaces together. So packages is nothing but it's a grouping of a variety of classes or interfaces together. The grouping is done according to functionality. Packages act as the containers for classes. By organizing the classes into packages, we achieve some of the benefits. Those are the classes that are contained in the packages of other programs, they can be easily reused. In packages, the classes they can be unique compared with classes in other packages. That is, two classes in two different packages, they can have the same name. So they may be referred by their fully qualified name comprising the package name and the class name. That is, you'll have the package name, you use a dot operator and the class name. By using this, so we will be able to refer to a particular class. Packages provide a way to hide the classes. It prevents other programs or packages from accessing classes that are meant for internal use only. Packages they provide a way for separating design from coding. So here we separate the design from the coding. First, classes, we can design classes and then decide their relationships. So later we can implement the Java code that is needed for the methods. It is also possible that we can change the implementation of any method without affecting the rest of the design. Next, we'll see importing a package. See, importing a package, there are two ways of accessing the classes that is stored in a package. The first approach is that to use the fully qualified class name of the class that we want to use, and this is done by using the package name that is containing the class, and then we will append the class name to it using the dot operator. See, for example, if we consider we have a class called color in the AWT package, then we will import the statement that is by java.awt.color. Here AWT it is a package within the package Java, and the hierarchy is represented by separating the levels with the dot. So this approach is the best and the easiest one if we need to access the class only once, and when we need to not have to access any other classes of this package. See, in most of the situations, what happens, we might want to use a class that is in a number of places in the program, and we may like to use many of the classes that is contained in a package. So, in those kind of a situation, so we use the import statement, that is import package name dot class name or import package name dot star asterisk. So these two statements are the import statements, and these import statements must appear at the top of the file, that is before any class declarations. Before we make any class declarations, import statements must be declared. Import is a keyword that we use for the import statements. At the first statement, it allows the specified class that is in the specified package to be imported. So the statement what we have, the first statement, the import statement, so that will allow the specified class, which class we have specified that is in the specified package, that will be imported. Java system package, they can be accessed either using a fully qualified class name, or we can use a shortcut approach, that is through the import statement. See, import statement, it is used when there are many references to a particular package, or when your package name is too long or unwidely. So the same approaches, they can be used to access the user defined packages as well. So when you want to access your user defined packages also, the same approach we are going to use. We use the import statement, that is when there are many references to a particular package, or when you have the package name to be too long. So the import statement, they can be used to search a list of packages for a particular class. So we'll see the general form of the import statement for searching a class. So the general format of the import statement for searching a class is import package1 dot package2 dot package3 dot class name, then we have semicolon. So here package 1 is the name of the top level package, and package 2 is the name of the package that is inside the package 1, and so on. So package 3 is nothing but it is the name of the package that is inside the package 2. So it goes on. We can have any number of packages in the package hierarchy. So finally there should be explicit class name, and explicit class name has to be specified. So the import statement, it must end with a semicolon, and your import statement, it has to appear before any class definitions in a source file. So even multiple import statements are allowed. Let's see an example. We have import first package dot second package dot my class. So here first package, it is the name of the top level package, and second package is the name of the package that is inside the first package, and my class is the class name. See, all the members of the class, that is my class, they can be directly accessed using the class name or its objects, that is directly without using the package name. See, we'll see the another approach, that is to access the package. The other approach to access the package is by using the import statement, import package name dot asterisk semicolon. So here your package name, it may denote a single package or a hierarchy of packages, and the asterisk symbol or a star symbol, it indicates that the compiler, it has to search the entire package hierarchy when it encounters a class name. So when we encounter a class name, so your compiler has to search the entire package hierarchy. So this implies that we access all the classes that is contained in the above package directly. See, the major drawback for this shortcut approach is that it is very difficult to determine from which package a particular member has come. So, this is particularly true when we have a large number of packages that are imported. And the disadvantage is that we need not have to use long package names repeatedly in the program. See, the drawback is that it is difficult to determine from which package a particular member has come. And the advantage is that we need not have to use the long package names repeatedly in the program. See, in this session, we have seen what a package is and how accessing of packages is done and how to import the packages. See, next we'll see the MCQ questions. The first question is, which of the following is the correct way of importing an entire package, that is PKJ? So, the correct way to import an entire package PKJ, we have the options, that is import PKJ, then we have import PKJ, import PKJ dot star, then import PKJ dot star. You can see capital letters, small letters, these variations are there. And for this question, the answer is, that is C. We have import package dot asterisk. So that is the correct way for importing an entire package. So your operator asterisk, so it has to be used if you want to import the entire package. Next question we'll see, a package, it is a collection of, so we have the options, classes, interfaces, editing tools, and classes and interfaces. See, the correct answer for this is option D, classes and interfaces. So we know that a package is a collection of classes, methods, and interfaces. The third question is, which of these is a mechanism for naming and visibility control of a class and its content? The options are object, packages, interfaces, none of the above. The answer for this question is B, that is packages. See, packages, they are both naming and visibility control mechanism. See, we can define a class that is inside a package which is not accessible by code outside the package. So, it has a mechanism of both naming and visibility control. So, next question we have, which of the following is incorrect statement about packages? The first option is, package defines a namespace in which classes are stored. Next, a package can contain another package within it. Java uses file system directories to store packages. A package can be renamed without renaming the directory in which the classes are stored. So the correct answer for this is D, that is a package can be renamed without renaming the directory in which the classes are stored. That is the incorrect statement about the packages. Next question we have, which of these keywords is used to define packages in Java? So which keyword we use to define packages in Java? We have the options PKG, PKG, package and package. So the correct answer is, that is C, package. So that is the keyword that we use. See references, we have E. Balguruswamy, Programming with Java, Suresh Palarimith, Java Programming, the complete reference. We are programming in Java, then Java, how to program. So these are the references. Thank you.